White. I'm the Executive Director of 40 North, the Champaign County Arts Council. We have been the Regional Coordinator of Eastern Illinois Poetry Out Loud for 12 years, I believe. This is actually the 15th anniversary of Poetry Out Loud, which is kind of exciting. The way it works is students compete within their classrooms, and then they have a school competition. And the winners of the school competition, who are here tonight, then compete in the regional. And then the two winners tonight will move on and go to state, which will be happening on March 2nd in Springfield. And then the winner from state that actually goes on to Washington, D.C. and competes at the national level. So it's very exciting. 2 times we have had students from this region win state and go on to national. So maybe this year it'll happen again. So I wanted to introduce a few people, especially the judges. Also wanted to thank Parkland College for letting us use this space, and also for Gertz Gallery, who are going to open the gallery special tonight after the contest, if you guys want to check out the new great show that's in there. But I want to go ahead and introduce your judges for the evening. First we have 4 recitation judges and 1 accuracy judge. We have Jim O'Brien. Jim, you want to raise your hand or look up? Jim is the founding member of CU Poetry. He lives and writes in East Central Illinois, occasionally publishing under the name of James Escher. He has served as a Poetry Out Loud judge at the regional and state level. Actually, last year he judged at the state level, which was great. But we are glad to have you back, Jim. Thank you. We're also very excited for the first time, Rieger. We have Will Rieger, who actually is the inaugural Poet Laureate of Urbana, Illinois. He's also a founding member of the CU Poetry Group. He teaches at Illinois State University in Normal. He's published in journals such as Passenger Journal, Eclectica Magazine, the Blue Nib Literary Magazine, Broadkill Review, and the Innisfree Poetry Journal, among others. His first chapbook is Cruel with Eagles. So thank you so much for doing this, Will. We love the fact that we have the Poet Laureate here. We also have Kevin Hobbs, a returning judge. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin is a professional actor, filmmaker, writer, musician, and teaching artist hailing from Central Illinois. He's appeared on movie screens and stages across the country. He's the founder of DOSE, D-O-S-E Foundation, a nonprofit whose mission is to ensure that the theater community becomes a more accurate mirror of the world in which we live, where he functions as the executive director. He currently serves as the artistic director of the upcoming National August Wilson Monologue Competition for Central Illinois in 2021, for which DOSE Foundation is a regional sponsor. So that's fantastic. We look forward to that. And then finally, for the recitation judges, we have Rachel Lauren Storm returning. Rachel is the Arts and Culture Coordinator for the City of Urbana, where she oversees the Urbana Arts and Culture Programs initiatives, including Urbana Arts Grants and Arts in the Schools, Artists in the Corridor, Art at the Market, Art Now mini documentary series, the Urbana Sculpture Project, Murals on Glass, Open Scene, Open Mic series, Young Artist Studio, and Urbana's latest festival, Urbana Downtown Get Down. Just a few things, Rachel. She has worked on arts, social service, and education initiatives for the past 10 years in public, nonprofit, and higher education sectors. Her poetry has appeared in Montage Literary Arts Journal, Rust and Moth, and Buzz Magazine. She's taught creative writing in workshops and university classrooms in the community and to incarcerated writers. Thank you, Rachel. And I don't have your bio with me, Jessica Snyder, but we do have our final accuracy judge. So just to explain to everybody, the 4 recitation judges are purely paying attention to the students and the way they recite the poem and their presence. And Jessica is purely paying attention to the accuracy of the poem in case they miss a word or make any little mistake. So that's why we have 2 different types of judges. And Jessica has been our accuracy judge every year for a long time, except for last year, right? She is a painter herself, a muralist, a ceramicist. How long have you been a CU Potters? A couple of years? Yeah. And then if you ever get over to Balderota's at the Lincoln Square, she did that giant mural inside there, which is absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much, Jessica. Okay, students, are you guys ready? Okay, nodding? Okay, good. All right, so let's start. The first student Ready to recite is Ethan Osmondson from Champaign Central High School.
My name is Ethan Osmondson, and I will be performing Enough by Suzanne Buffum. I am wearing dark glasses inside the house to match my dark mood. I have left all the sugar out of the pie. My rage is a kind of domestic rage. I learned it from my mother, who learned it from her mother before her, and so on. Now surely the Greeks have a word for this. Now surely the Germans do. The more words a person knows to describe her private sufferings, the more distantly she can perceive them. I repeat the names of all the cities I've known and watch an ant drag its crooked shadow home. What does it mean to love the life we've been given? To act well the part that's been cast for us? Wind, light, fire, time. A train whistles through the far hills. One day, I plan to be writing it.
But the next student to recite is Elizabeth Widener from Teutopolis High School.
Siblings by Patricia Smith. Hurricanes, 2005. Arlene learned to dance backwards in heels that were too high. Brett prayed for a shaggy mustache made out of mud and hair. Cindy just couldn't keep her windy legs together. Dennis never learned to swim. Emily whispered her gusts into 1,000 skins. Franklin, farsighted and anxious, bumbled villages. Gert spat her matronly name against the city's flat face. Harvey hurled a wailing child high. Irene, the baby girl, threw pounding tantrums. Jose liked the whip sound of slapping. Lee just craved the whip. Maria's thunderskirts flew high when she danced. Nate was mannered and practical. He stormed precisely. Ophelia nibbled weirdly on the tips of depressions. Felipe slept too late, flailing on a wrong dotion. Rita was a vicious flirt. She woke Felipe with rumors. Stan was born business, a gobbler of steel. Tammy crooned country, getting the words all wrong. Vince died before anyone could remember his name. Wilma opened her maw wide, flashing rot. None of them talked about Katrina. She was their odd sister, the blood dazzler.
The next recitation will be from Isabel Curtis from Champaign Central High School.
My name is Isabel Curtis, and I will be performing Do Not by Stevie Smith. Do not despair of man, and do not scold him. Who are you that you should so lightly hold him? Are you not also a man? And in your heart, are there not warlike thoughts and fear and smart? Are you not also afraid? And in fear, cruel? Do you not think of yourself as usual? Faint for ambition, desire to be loved, prick at a virtuous thought. By beauty moved, you love your wife. You hold your children dear, then say not that man is vile, but say they are, but they are not. So is your judgment shown presumptuous, false, quite vain, merely your own. Sadness for failed ambition set outside. made of philosophy, of prinked, beautified, in noble dress, and into the world sent out to run with the ill it most pretends to rout. Oh, know your own heart. That heart's not wholly evil. And from the particular judge the general, if judge you must, but with compassion see life. Or else, of yourself despairing, flee strife.
The next student is Ariana Mizan from University Laboratory High School.
My name is Ariana Mizan, and I will be reciting Sanctuary by Jean Valentine. People pray to each other, the way I say you to someone else, respectfully, intimately, desperately, the way someone says you to me, hopefully, expectantly, intensely, hub Osterhuis. You who I don't know, I don't know how to talk to you. What is it like for you there? Here, well, wanting solitude, talk, friendship, the uses of solitude, to imagine, to hear, learning Braille, to imagine other solitudes, but they will not be mine, to wait in the quiet, not to scatter the voices. What are you afraid of? What will happen, all this leaving and meetings, yes, but death? What happens when you die? Not scatter the voices. Drown out. Not make a house out of my own words, to be quiet in another throat, other eyes. Listen for what it is like there. What word? What silence? Allowing, uncertain, to drift in the restlessness, repose, to run like water. What is it like there right now? Listen. The crowding of the street, the room, everyone hunches in against the crowding, holding their breath. Against dread. What do you dread? What happens when you die? What do you dread in this room now? Not listening, now, not watching, safe inside my own skin, to die, not having listened, not having asked, to have scattered life. Yes, I know the thread you have to keep finding over again, to follow it back to life. I know, impossible sometimes.
Our next student will be Ashley Bressendorf from Teutopolis High School.
Dead Butterfly by Ellen Bass. For months, my daughter carried a dead monarch in a court mason jar, to and from school in her backpack, to her only friend's house. At the dinner table, it sat like a guest alongside the pot roast. She took it to bed, propped by her pillow. Was it the year her brother was born? Was this her own too fragile baby that had lived so briefly in its glass world? Or the year she refused to go to her father's house? Was this the holding her breath girl she became there? This plump child in her rolled down socks, I sometimes wanted to haul back inside me and carry safe again. What was her fierce commitment? I never understood. We just lived with the dead winged thing as part of her, as part of us, weightless in its heavy jar.
And the final student for round one will be Madeline Keenan from University Laboratory High School.
Ode to the Hotel Near the Children's Hospital by Kevin Young. Praise the restless beds. Praise the beds that do not adjust, that won't lift the head to feed, or lower for shots or blood, or raise to watch the tinny TV. Praise the hotel TV that won't quit its murmur and holler. Praise the room service that doesn't exist, just the slow delivery to the front desk of cooling pizzas and brown bags, leaky, greasy, and clear. Praise the front desk who knows to wake room 120 when the hospital rings. Praise the silent phone. Praise the dark, drawn by thick daytime curtains, after long nights of waiting, awake. Praise the waiting, and then praise the nothing. That's better than bad news. Praise the wake-up call at 6 a.m. Praise the sleeping in. Praise the card hung on the door, like a whisper, lips pressed silent. Praise the stranger's hands that change the sweat of sheets. Praise the checking out. Praise the going home to beds unmade for days. Beds that won't resurrect or rise, that lie there like a child should, sleeping, tubeless. Praise this mess that can be left.
Okay, let's give a big round of applause for first round. Yes. Very nice, everybody. Very impressive. And now we will move on to our second round. All students ready to go? Okay. First student up is Ariana Maizan from University Laboratory High School.
It Was Not Death, for I Stood Up, by Emily Dickinson. It was not death, for I stood up, and all the dead lie down. It was not night, for all the bells put out their tongues for noon. It was not frost, for on my flesh I felt Sirocco's crawl. Nor fire, for just my marble feet could keep a chancel cool. And yet it tasted like them all. The figures I have seen set orderly for burial reminded me of mine. As if my life were shaven and fitted to a frame, and could not breathe without a key. And 'twas like midnight some, when everything that ticked has stopped, and space stares all around, or grisly frosts, first autumn morns, repeal the beating ground. But most, like chaos, stopless, cool, without a chance or spar, or even a report of land, to justify despair.
Our next recitation will be from Isabel Curtis from Champaign Central High School.
My name is Isabel Curtis, and I will be performing No, I Wasn't Meant to Love and Be Loved by Mirza Abdullah Khan Kahib, translated by Vieje Sasidri. No, I wasn't meant to love and be loved. If I had lived longer, I would have waited longer. Knowing you are faithless keeps me alive and hungry. Knowing you faithful would kill me with joy. Delicate are you, and your vows are delicate too. So easily do they break. You are a laconic marksman. You leave me not dead, but perpetually dying. I want my friends to heal me, succor me. Instead, I get analysis. Conflagrations that would make stones drip blood are campfires compared to my anguish. Two-headed, inescapable anguish, love's anguish, or the anguish of time, another dark, severing, incommunicable night. Death would be fine. If I only died once, I would have liked a solitary death, not this lavish funeral, this grave anyone can visit. You are mystical, Gayeb, and also you speak beautifully. Are you a saint? Or just drunk, as usual?
Our next student will be Ashley Bressendorf from Teutopolis High School.
Mezzo Common by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Half of my life is gone, and I have let the years slip from me and have not fulfilled the aspiration of my youth, to build some tower of song with lofty parapet, not indolence nor pleasure, nor the fret of restless passions that would not be stilled, but sorrow, and a care that almost killed, kept me from what I may accomplish yet. Though halfway up the hill, I see the past lying beneath me with its sounds and sights, and here above me, on the autumnal blast, the cataracts of death, far thundering from the heights.
Our next recitation will be from Ethan Osmondson from Champaign Central High School.
My name is Ethan Osmondson, and I will be performing I Heard a Fly Buzz When I Died by Emily Dickinson. I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. I willed my keepsakes, signed away what portion of me be assignable. And then it was there, interposed a fly, with blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see.
Our next student will be Madeline Keenan from University Laboratory High School.
The Negro Speaks of Rivers by Langston Hughes. I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when the dawn was young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile, and I raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
Our final recitation will be from Elizabeth Widener from Teutopolis High School.
How to Triumph Like a Girl by Ada Limon. I like the lady horses best. How they make it all look easy. Like running 40 miles per hour is as fun as taking a nap or grass. I like their lady horse swagger after winning. Ears up, girls, ears up. But mainly, let's be honest, I like that they're ladies. As if this big, dangerous animal is also a part of me. That somewhere inside the delicate skin of my body, there pumps an 8-pound female horse heart, giant with power, heavy with blood. Don't you want to believe it? Don't you want to lift my shirt and see the huge, beating genius machine that thinks? No, it knows. It's going to come in first.
All right, another round of applause for the second round. Yeah, whoop it up. Yeah, congratulations to all the students. You all did an amazing job. I wanted to thank a few additional people. How about the teachers? Teachers, are you all out there? You all are amazing. This wouldn't be possible without you, so I very much appreciate that you've added Poetry Out Loud to your curriculum and that you make room for it and you help the students develop and grow to the point where they're as amazing as they are tonight. Also wanted to thank my new cohort, Mary Mitchell, right over here, who 40 North for 3 years has been a staff member of UNO, and we just doubled in size, so we're very excited about that. I also wanted to thank the two smarty pants over here in the corner. They're two 40 North board members, Jan Trout and John Holton, who are doing all the math, which you want them to do the math and not me to do the math, so that's good. So now we're just going to take a little brief moment to let them finish doing all of the math, and then I'll come back and we will announce our winner. We'll have a winner and a runner-up, both of which will go to state. I want to thank the judges once again. Thank you all so much for taking the time and coming and doing this. Really appreciate all your expertise. It's a tough job. I'm glad I don't have to do it. So we have a runner-up and a champion, both of which who will go on to state and travel to Springfield on March 2nd. This is how crazy it was. There's 1 point between them. Wow. So 1 point separates the champion and the runner-up. So, not to keep you all waiting here, our runner-up from Teutopolis High School, Elizabeth Widener. And our Poetry Out Loud 2020 champion is Ariana Mizan from University High School. Congratulations, good luck. You both will represent Eastern Illinois beautifully at state.